Hey guys, so I believe this is a new week for my everyday makeup series. I wanted to make one before my boyfriend gets here. I'm still waiting for him to get here. I had to just get off from work, so I'm pretty tired, but I think we're probably just gonna go out to dinner. I'm not really sure what we're doing. So I primed my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Then for foundation today, I used a foundation that I haven't used in a while because I've been using my Giorgio Armani like crazy. Like, it's just still one of my favorites. I actually went in with the Dior Air Flash Spray Foundation today in the color Ivory, and I realized how much I still love this foundation. Like, the finish is different from the Giorgio Armani. It's just so beautiful. I love it so much. I did use it with a Sigma brush today because, like I said, I did get a new brush, so I did use that to apply it because I feel like if I would use that with a beauty blender, then, sorry, my phone went off, then I feel like that foundation is a little bit too thin in consistency to use with a beauty blender, so I just used it with a brush, and I love how it turns out. It just makes you look so pretty and flawless, but it still looks like your skin, and I love it. Then I concealed and highlighted with the NARS Radiant Cream and Concealer and the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. Oh my god, it's so hot in my room. Like, I'm just dying with this no AC. It just friggin' sucks. Then I set everything with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then I primed my eyes with the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base like I usually do. Then today I went in with the Marc Jacobs palette today. I usually do the same look with this, because I find with this, I feel like I can only do like one look without using the pinks. I feel like I should have gotten the Lolita palette now because I'm kind of regretting that I only do one look with such an expensive palette, honestly. Maybe I should have waited until I got the Lolita, but I am intending on using the pink colors in here. But anyway, of course I went in with Makeup Geek's Beaches and Cream to make everything blend easier. And then for the crease, I basically did what I always do, and I used this color in the crease, but I actually felt like using like one of these colors in the crease. I probably will do that next time to go for something really natural. So yeah, I used this one in the crease, this one on the lid right here. Sorry, like kind of getting all over me. This one on the outer corner, and this one on the brow bone, and that's about it. I'm pretty sure that's all I used. Then I went in with Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma on the inner corners because I do feel like there's not a very pigmented shadow for the inner corners here, but I do really love them. I feel like they're such pretty shadows, and I really like them for everyday use. Then I lined my eyes with the Kat Von D liner in Mad Max Brown like I usually do. Then of course I went in with the Giorgio Armani Eye Seal Excess Mascara on the top and the MAC Giggle Black Lash on the bottom. Then I went in with my NARS Radiant Cream and Concealer and my MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose under my eyes to conceal and highlight, and then I set that of course with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Then I contoured today with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter. Then I highlighted today with Becca's Champagne Pop Pressed, the Jaclyn Hill one of course, Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed. Then I used a new blush today, and I am loving it. I used the Becca Mineral Blush in Wild Honey. I will be doing a haul video very shortly. I was invited to a brunch for Sephora, but like an idiot, I forgot to RSVP for it. So now I can't go to it tomorrow, and I feel so dumb that I forgot to RSVP for it. So, yeah. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Luminous Light Powder like I always do, and then I just set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Then I lined my brows with the Chanel Brow Pencil and then set them with the Anastasia Brow Gel. And then earlier today I was wearing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in Pure Hollywood, but then now I'm wearing the Anastasia Lip Gloss in, what the heck is the color? I think it's called Gilded. Stop! You're scratching me! Jesus. Sorry, he's on my lap and he's scratching my leg. It really hurt. This one is called Gilded. I feel like the reason why this is called Gilded is because, like, Laura Geller calls hers, like, highlighter, like, Gilded Honey. So this one is a, like, gold metallic color called Gilded. I really love the texture of this particular gloss. I feel like they're not really sticky. I feel like Anastasia really nailed it with these metallic shades. This feels exactly like the NARS lip gloss. It doesn't feel too sticky. It's really, really glossy. I really like this one a lot. The other two I do like, you know, the solid colors that are very glossy. I like them because they're super pigmented and you get your money's worth, because this is like literally the only lip glosses I would pay for high end is $16 for her Anastasia lip glosses, because I feel like they're so reasonably priced. And I feel like you get so much more than like a NARS lip gloss or like a Bite Beauty lip gloss and stuff like that. So that's it. Bye! Okay, so I'm going to try and do this super hella fast, because after I do this, I have to get changed to get ready for work. So, today I primed with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer and the Smoothing Primer. Then I went with the Dior Air Flash Spray Foundation in the color Ivory. I've been loving to use it recently, since I used it yesterday and today. I just love it. It stays in place all day. It doesn't go anywhere. I love it so much. Then, of course, I concealed and highlight with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm in the MAC Prep and Prime and Radiant Rose. Then I set everything with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then I put the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer on my eyes today, because I did do the no makeup look today earlier, and then I did my eyes later, which was like an hour ago or something. So then I went in with all Makeup Geek shadows today, because I'm planning on shooting a favorites video later, and since I've been using Makeup Geek shadows basically 2 or 3 times a week, I figured to use them today to shoot the video. I was going to use my Stila palette, but then I just decided to use this instead. So I went in with Cosmopolitan on the lid, Beaches and Cream, of course, as my blending color on the crease. Then I did Frappe as my crease shade, and then I went in with Cocoa Bear to darken up the crease. Then I went in with Mocha to go on the outer corners, and then Vanilla Bean on the brown bone, and then Shimma Shimma on the inner corners. Then I went with Stila's Stay All Day eyeliner in brown, because I find if I use a concealer with the Kat Von D one, it tends to crease, which I do not like, or smudge, and it looks really bad. So I just went in with the Stila one, because I know that one stays in place all day. It doesn't smudge at all. Then I went in with because it's called the Stay All Day eyeliner. Then of course I did the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Excess mascara on the top, then the MAC Giga Black Lash on the bottom. Then I concealed and highlighted under my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. Then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Then I contoured with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter contour powder. I forgot to bake the highlight, but honestly the contour looked really good that I didn't really have to. Then I highlighted with Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Press in Opal. I was wearing the Kevyn Aucoin one earlier, but then I decided to go with a little bit more intense highlight and just put this over it. Then I went in with Tarte's Amazonian Clay Blush in Blissful. This is a new blush that I really like. It's a really pretty soft coral shade. Then I went over everything with the Hourglass Luminous Light Powder. Then I set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray, which of course is still my obsession. Then I filled in with my brows with the Chanel Brow Pencil, and then set them with the Anastasia Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I used the Kat Von D Lolita Everlasting. I think it's the Studded Kiss lipstick. I love this shade. I really wanted to use it because Cocoa Bear is like the perfect shade to pair it with. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. Sorry, there's like stuff popping up on my computer. So today I primed my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I've been loving it, so I've been using it a lot. Then I went in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Vanilla, along with the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in N10. I'm not sure if I'm still not in love with this foundation. I really like how it looks all over my face, but for some reason on my nose I'm just still not feeling it. It still like clings to the dry patches. But other than that, I think it looked pretty good. I think it held up tonight. Maybe I just broke up a little bit here, but when I kept on looking at it in the mirror in the bathroom, then it looked okay. So I think it helped up tonight, so it looked pretty good. Then I concealed and highlighted with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm and the MAC Prep and Prime and Radiant Rose. Then I set everything with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then I prime my eyes with the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, and when I do that, my eyeliner does not smudge, so yeah, I really need to start doing that more. Then I was going to wear Stila shadows today, but then I decided to wear a ColourPop shadow and some Makeup Geek shadows, I know, but I really wanted to wear a ColourPop color on the lid, so I went in with On the Rocks on the lid from ColourPop. I just love this color, and I really like pairing it with Makeup Geek shadows. So I went in with Creme Brulee and Beaches and Cream before that on the crease, then I went with Creme Brulee Then I went in with latte to darken up the crease, and then I went in with mocha on the outer corners, then vanilla bean on the brow bone, and then shimma shimma on the inner corners. Then it's basically the same look as yesterday, except I used like Cocoa Bear and Cosmopolitan instead. Then I lined my eyes with the Kat Von D liner in Mad Max Brown. Then I did the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Excess Mascara on the top, and then the MAC Giga Black Lash on the bottom. Then I concealed and highlighted with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm and the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose under my eyes. Then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder like I always do. Then I contoured my face with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter, and then I baked the contour with the lighter shade and used the darker shade to contour, and I love it. Then I highlighted today with MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish and Soft and Gentle. I was going to use Champagne Pop, but then I decided to use this instead. It's still so friggin' pretty. Then I went in with Becca's Mineral Blush in Wild Honey. It's my new favorite. I love it. It's so pretty. Then, of course, I went over everything with the Hourglass Luminous Light Powder. Then I filled in my brows with the Chanel Brow Pencil and then set them with the Anastasia Brow Gel. Then, of course, I set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And then, for lips today, I used Lime Crime's Velveteen in Shroom. I finally wore it again. So, yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. So, today I primed my face with the Smashbox Primer Water. I couldn't remember what primer that I wore. I've been wearing my face makeup pretty much all day. Then I went in with the NARS Tinted Moisturizer in SPF 30 in Light 01. Then I also blended that with the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in N10. I'm a little distracted because I'm joined with a special guest, my puppy. So I'm just going to put him in my lap though, but I love him so much. He's my baby. So sorry if I talk like that. I can't resist when I'm talking to him. Like it's a problem. Then I concealed and highlighted with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm, and then MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. Then I set everything with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then I primed my eyes with the NARS Eyeshadow Base. Then I went in with the Naked 2 palette today. I know I haven't used that in quite a while, but I did get an Urban Decay product that I'm going to show you in a second. That looks like it's kind of leaking, but whatever. But yeah, it's super pretty. But anyway, so yeah, I used the Naked 2 palette today because I felt like I really wanted to use some of those colors. So I used the color Chopper on my lid, the color Tease in my crease, along with Booty Call because I wanted to use that to blend the colors a little bit more. Then I went in with Sneak Bite on the outer corners and then Suspect to blend it out. And then I went in with Foxy on the brow bone and then Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma on the inner corners. I think it looks okay. I think it looks really natural and pretty. I feel like it just added like a natural eye to me. I feel like it's a very cool tone natural eye. It's okay. It's not amazing. I can see why I don't use these shadows as much. I don't feel like there's that many like looks you can actually do with them, but whatever. So then I lined my eyes with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Mad Max Brown. Then I went in with the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Excess Mascara on the top, and then the MAC Giga Black Lash on the bottom, like always. And then I concealed and highlighted under my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. Then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder like I always do. Then I contoured today with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter with the darker shade, and then I baked the contour with the lighter shade. Then I went in with Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Champagne Pop to highlight. I was wearing the Laura Mercier Highlight 01 earlier, but then I felt like I wanted a little bit more intense highlight, so I just went over it with Champagne Pop. Then blush today, I did Tarte's Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. And then I went over everything, of course, the Hourglass Luminous Light Powder. Then I filled in my brows with the Chanel Brow Pencil, then set them with the Anastasia Brow Gel. And then, of course, I set everything with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Whoops. Then I went in with a new lip combo today. These are both new products to me. I just hauled these, like, today, but obviously you're going to see this video like a week after that haul. So I went in with Kat Von D's Liquid Everlasting Lipstick underneath this gloss in Noble, and I think it's really pretty by itself, so I'm probably going to wear it by itself at some point. And then over it, I did Urban Decay's Revolution Lip Gloss in Liar, and I think this is so friggin' pretty, so I'm really glad I picked this up. And that's it. Bye! Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to show you my makeup look for today. I was going to do this later, but I'm still killing a few minutes before my boyfriend gets here, so I felt like just doing it now. Plus, I don't feel like putting on red lipstick later and then removing it automatically. So, I primed my face today with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Primer in the Smoothing Primer. Then I went in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in 5. I just really wanted to wear it today with a beauty blender. It's still my favorite. Really nothing else compares to it. I love wearing it. Then I concealed and highlighted with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm and my MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. Then I set everything with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then I primed my eyes with the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. Then today I used the Stila Eyes Are the Window Soul Palette. I don't remember the exact names of each color that I used. I think this one is Kitten. I believe this one on the crease is called Being. The one on the outer corner, I can't remember the name, but it's basically the same look that I do with the Stila palette like all the time. I'll just put it in the description box below if you really want to know the colors. But it's from the Soul palette, so you can find all the colors in there. This is like the light shade. Of course, I used Peaches and Cream on the crease to blend everything easier. And then I went in with that crease shade from the Stila palette. Then I went in with that dark brown shade from the Stila palette on my outer corners. And then I went in with that light shade on the brow bone. Then, for eyeliner, I did use the Stila Stay All Day eyeliner earlier, and then I went over it with the Night Owl Made You Look liner. I've been, like, obsessed with that liner when I do black liner. I love it. Then I did the Giorgio Armani Eye Scale Excess Mascara on the top and the MAC Giga Black Lash on the bottom. Then the inner corners, I used the All Over Shimmer Duo from Stila and Kitten on the inner corners. Then, I concealed and highlighted under my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm and the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. Then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder like I always do. Then I contoured with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter. Then I did use the Oliver Stila Shimmer Duo earlier for a highlighter, but then I wanted a little bit more intense highlight for going out, so I used the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Opal. I still feel like it's like the most intense highlight I own now. I really love it. Then for blush today, I used the Becca Mineral Blush in Wild Honey, and then of course I went over everything with the Hourglass Luminous Light Powder. Then I filled in my brows with the Chanel Brow Pencil and set them with the Anastasia Brow Gel. Then I set everything with the Anastasia, with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Oh my god, why do I keep on saying concealer? With the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Let's say setting spray today, Caitlin. And then for work, I did use this NARS lip crayon in Ricagene. I can never say the name. And then I wanted to do something a little bit bolder, though, for going out. So I used the other lip crayons. I used both in one day, and I used the NARS lip crayon in Cruella, and I really love this. I feel like it's such a wearable red, and it's super pretty. So that's it. Bye! Hey guys, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. So, I was going to do like a green and pink eye, and then I just decided to go with some more neutral pink colors because I just used one brand of eyeshadows that I will tell you about in a second. You can probably already guess, but whatever. So today I primed my face with the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, the Step 1 Equalizer Smoothing Primer. Then I went in, of course, with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the color 5 and the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in N10 and mixed those together. And then I concealed and highlighted with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm and my MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. Then I set everything with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then I primed my eyes with the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, and then I also set that with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then, of course, I was going to just use one Makeup Geek shadow on my crease. Actually two, because I was going to use Peaches and Cream along with the crease shade that I have on. But then I just decided to use all Makeup Geek shadows instead because I don't get to wear these two Makeup Geek shadows as much as I would like to. Oh my god, I forgot to do my inner corners. Whoops. So on the lid, I did Makeup Geek Cinderella. I was going to go with the Urban Decay Electric palette and the Urban Decay Ammo palette with like a green shade and then a pink and then like a purple, but then I was like, no, I just feel like using these instead because I literally have only worn these two colors like maybe twice, so I really wanted to wear them again. Then I went in with Beaches and Cream in the crease as always, and then I went over that with the with Makeup Geek's Cupcake. Then on the brow bone I did Vanilla Bean. And then on the outer corners I did Frappe, which I love with this look. And then when I actually do it, I'm just going to put Shimma Shimma in my inner corners. So I'm going to go do that like right now. Then I lined my eyes with the Made You Look Night Owl liner from Made You Look in the color Haunted. Then, of course, I used the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Excess Mascara on the top and the MAC Giga Black Lash on the bottom. Then I concealed and highlighted with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm and the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose under my eyes. Then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Then I contoured with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter and with the darker shade, and then I baked the contour with the lighter shade. Then I highlighted today with an older highlighter that I haven't used, but when it catches the light, like, it is so gorgeous. I honestly have not used it since I replaced it because I ordered it with, maybe I used it once or twice. I ordered it and then I ordered like Champagne Pop and Opal like a couple weeks after that or something. I don't know. Maybe I have used it. But I haven't used it since I got Champagne Pop. So now I finally decided to use it again, and that of course is the Becca Shimmer Skin Perfector Pressed in Moonstone. I love it. Then I also used a new blush today. I used Too Faced Love Flush Blush in Justify My Love. I really love the color. Then of course I went over everything with the Hourglass Luminous Light Powder. Then I filled in my brows with the Chanel Brow Pencil in Natural Brown or something. Brown Natural, something like that. Then of course I set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I set all my makeup with the Urban Decay Naked Skin. I say that every day. I don't know why I've been doing that. I keep on saying Urban Decay Naked Skin like I'm going to say the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. The Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Get it together, Caitlin. And then on my lips is the Kat Von D Everlasting Lipstick in Melancholia. And that's it. Bye! Okay, so hi. So I wanted to show you my makeup look for today. I believe this is the last day for this week. So I am going to happy hour with my friends. So I decided to wear my TARDIS dress today, showing you what I'm wearing, to show you like why I did this makeup look. I finally did a colorful look for my makeup today. I've just been scared of doing colorful looks, honestly, because I never know like what lip color to pair with it, but I'm obsessed with how this looks, and I love this lip color so much that I'm really glad that I chose to use this, because I wanted something glossy, but something a little pigmented still. I need to really pick up like a really clearer gloss, or maybe like something that's a little bit more sheer and glossy when I do these type of looks, but we'll see. So yeah, so today I did use a new primer that I just received because I did place another Sephora order just to get more points, but also because I did really want a highlighter that I am wearing today that I am obsessed with already, that I will tell you what it is. But I wanted to order that online because I couldn't get it in my Sephora store, so I did order it along with like one other thing, and I got a sample from Sephora. I don't know why I didn't choose the other free samples, but I don't end up using half of the samples that I have, but I did get a Smashbox primer sample, and I've been loving the Smashbox primers. That's all I've been using. So I did use the Smashbox Photo Finish More Than Primer Salicylic Acid Primer, and it's like an acne control one, but it feels so nice on the skin. It's very like, it's kind of like a lotiony type, but it's like oily, like kind of like an aloe, and it smells really, really good, and it felt really nice, and it made my foundation go on really nicely. So today I did use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Vanilla and mix that in with the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in N10, and I really like how it came out today. It didn't cling to my dry patches on my nose, so I am really liking how my face looks today. So I am still liking it. I'm still on the fence about it. It depends on like how my skin is that day, if I can wear it or not. With the Giorgio Armani, I don't find that at all. As soon as I put that on, it makes my face look very even in skin tone and just looks beautiful. So I don't have to worry about what my skin looks like when I wear that foundation. But with this, I have to be more careful, and it looked really good today. So I'm very impressed. So then I concealed and highlighted with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm, and then my MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. Then I set everything with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then, of course, I primed my eyes with NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, and then I set that with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Then today, I went into the Urban Decay Electric Palette, but I used the NYX Prismatic Shadow in Blue Jeans on my crease. Of course, I used Peaches and Cream underneath everything to make everything blend better. Then I went in with Blue Jeans on the crease, and I just love like the glittery effect it adds to the color that I used from the Urban Decay palette. Then I went in with the Shadow Chaos from the Urban Decay Electric palette on the crease, and I just like thought it added a lot more color and depth, and that looks so pretty. Then I did drag the Chaos color into the outer corners, and then I went in with the color Revolt from the Electric palette on the lid. Just so you see this color, like, it is so intense, and it's not even like a liquid or like a pigment or anything like that. It just looks so awesome, and I just love how it blends into the blue. So I think I did a pretty good job on my eyes today. And then, of course, on the brow bone, I put on Urban Decay's Polyester Bride from the Ammo palette. So I did want to use a lot of Urban Decay shadows today. Then for the eyeliner, I used the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper because I really wanted to use it today. I feel like I've been showing too much love to the Night Owl one, so I wanted to use this one. Again, I really like how this one looks too. I think I did a perfect line today for my eyeliner, so I was having a pretty good makeup day today. Then, of course, I did the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Excess Mascara on the top, and then the MAC Giga Black Lash on the bottom. Then I concealed and highlighted with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm and my MAC Prep and Prime and Radiant Rose under my eyes. Then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder like I always do. Then I contoured with my Marc Jacobs Instant Mark Dreamer Filter. I've just been on such a kick of using it. I just love how it looks. It just blends itself and adds the most beautiful subtle contour. I really love it. And adds such a subtle color to my face that I really don't need bronzer. So, of course, I used the darker shade to contour, and then I used the lighter shade to bake the contour. I really love doing that. Then today, like I said, I used a new highlighter, and I used the Cover FX highlighter in Moonlight. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. I don't think it was the Cover FX Illuminator in Moonlight. I saw not Kathleen Lights, Candy Johnson mentioned it in her favorites video, and that was like the only highlighter that she mentioned, and she was wearing it, and I was like, oh my god, I need that. I think it was so beautiful. I got it, and it's gorgeous. Like, super pigmented, just as intense as my Becca highlighters. Like, Cover FX is a really awesome brand too. I only have the cover drops, but now I also have the highlighter from them too. So now I have 2 products from them. Then I went in with the Urban Decay Afterglow blush in Video. I just wanted a little subtle color. I can't talk. A little subtle color on my cheeks. This blush is amazing. It's the best nude blush ever. Like, I don't know what it does. It just adds such life to your cheeks, but doesn't wash you out. It doesn't look flat like other nude blushes. Like, it's just gorgeous. I really want to pick up Madly too from NARS. I'm hoping to get that at some point. Then, of course, I went over everything with the Hourglass Luminous Light powder. Then, I filled in my brows with the Chanel Brow Pencil and set that with the Anastasia Brow Gel. Then, of course, I set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And then for lips today, I went in with the Urban Decay Revolution Lip Gloss in Liar. I just think it looks so pretty with this look. I honestly thought there was going to be a tad more pink in it, but I love how it looks, that I really like how it looks with this look. So that's it. Bye, guys. And I guess I'll say please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, CW819. My Twitter is PokerFace819. Yes, I'm finally remembered to record an outro for this. And yeah, bye.